I came into this position and we had less than 200 members. We are now sitting in the majority. We put forth to the American public a commitment to America. There's times we're going to have to argue with our own members if they're looking at for only positions for themselves, not for the country. For the last 2 months, we worked together as a whole conference to develop rules that empower all members. But we're not empowering certain members over others. Last night I was presented the only way to have 218 votes if I provided certain members with certain positions, certain gavels, to take over the church committee, to have certain budgets. And they even came to the position where one, Matt Gaetz, said, I don't care if we go to plurality and we elect Hakeem Jeffries and it hurts the new frontline members not to get reelected.
Oh, playing hardball with McCarthy. He is in trouble, and this is very embarrassing. So the House held a roll call vote to elect a new speaker. We all know that McCarthy wanted to be it. McCarthy needed 218 votes, but the number required for the majority could drop. Reminder, the House can't kick off the new Congress. They can't swear new members in until a speaker is elected. And as of this morning, let's put this up. Breaking, Kevin McCarthy just officially lost his bid to be Speaker of the House after the first round of votes, with at least 5 Republicans who have voted against him so far. It's been 100 years, 100 years since something like this has happened. Republicans in absolute chaos and disarray. Now, various other names were floated during the roll call vote. Let's put up those names. Other nominees for Speaker of the House: Republican Rep. Andy Biggs, Republican Rep. Jim Jordan from my great state. Lord have mercy, forgive us for that. Please, America, forgive us for that. Those names were put forward. And Republicans are crumbling from the inside out as there is a divide between the right-wing extremists, the MAGA, and the old school Republicans. I mean, they duking it out, and we're seeing it right here in real time. This headline: a far-right gang of House members will hold power over their caucus with a megaphone. The GOP lawmakers who have spent years becoming a far-right influencers are poised, to hold a concerning amount of control over the new Congress. But at least they're using their power. Even though I don't agree with them, they know how to use power. But I digress. Listen to what Matt Gaetz had to say.
Us who will not be voting for Kevin McCarthy today take no joy in this discomfort that this moment has brought. But if you want to drain the swamp, you cannot put the biggest alligator in charge of the exercise.
Oh, Representative Gaetz, don't let him fool you. He taking great joy over this, and he flexing those muscles. And meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Rep. Greene, had this to say.
My friends in the Freedom Caucus, Matt Gaetz and others, will not take the win when they have it. They're proving to the country that they don't care about doing the right thing for America. They're proving to the country that they're just destructionists. And that's not what we need to do as a party. That's why Republicans fail. And I'm really tired of it.
So even though I don't agree with those two at all, they are flexing their muscles. They're using the power that they have to bring to bear what they want to see happen. Even though what they want to see happen is wrong, they're not afraid to go up against the power structure within their own party. Am I hinting at something that some Democrats need to do more often? But meanwhile, on the Democratic side, House Democrats nominated caucus chair Hakeem Jeffries of New York to succeed Nancy Pelosi as leader of the Democratic minority in the chamber. A historic move that will make him the first black lawmaker to lead a party in Congress. You know what? That is indeed, making history is a beautiful thing. The substance of that is also important, if I must say so myself, as a freedom fighting progressive. Yasmin.
Yeah, and this has been fun to watch over the past few days. McCarthy has been chasing votes all week. He's been making concessions to members of Congress in exchange for their votes, none of which ultimately made a difference because he still lost his vote. Now, some of those concessions are important. They included, making it easier for him to be recalled as a speaker once he's instated. And another was forcing spending cuts to offset budget increases in various sectors of government, something that could have detrimental impacts on actual people's lives. He said that members of Congress were making personal requests of him in exchange for their votes, and he seems done, like he seems over it. If this isn't the most egregious example of government inefficiency and ineffectiveness, I don't know what is. The Republicans have been going on for years about what they would do if they had more power in government. They've been going on about these things, even when they effectively controlled all three branches of government. They finally regained control of the House, and finally, their own greed and duplicity is gutting them. It's hard to feel sorry for them, and it's easy to indulge in like the schadenfreude of this whole thing. But we need a functioning government, and as you mentioned, we can't go forward until they get this figured out. These are the people that we're entrusting our nation to, and it's a little ridiculous.
It is very ridiculous. America. Now, this at some point we got to stop being complicit in our own demise. Now, this is uncharted territory right here. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Hopefully, they'll get this thing settled today, but we'll see. One of the main points here is that those caucus members are using their power, and it certainly would be nice to have the progressive Democratic caucus, which is many more of them, flex their muscles from time to time. So we'll see. I don't think the Republicans really have too much to worry about. They don't, because the Democrats are in disarray as well.